So this looks okay, but the problem here is that even if I maximize this, um, you can kind of see that this here doesn't quite work with the text. Now there's two things you can do to make this work. One of them is to add in an outline around the text. And so if you see kind of like memes or anything like that on the internet, you'll notice that a lot of them have just lines around the text. But there's a better way to do that. And the way we're going to do that here is we're going to add in a background to this. So let's hop into our three columns here, and we're going to add in a background. So if we go background, we're going to go white. We're going to add in a white background. Now, this here actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, it could look better, but all things considered, it's not too bad. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to do the white background here. We're going to do an off-white background, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to use an RGBA. Okay, and the RGBA stands for red, green, blue, and alpha. So we can select the red, green, blue, alpha colors here. So I'm going to add in it's 255, 255, and 255, and that's going to make it a complete white. Now the alpha I'm going to put as 1. Now this makes it completely opaque. But if we, let's say, do, zero point 0.5, it looks transparent. Now this looks quite a bit better, okay? And you can see that it kind of separates it out from the rest of the background here. And if I zoom out here, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. It separates the text so that you can see it a little bit better. Zero point 0.5 might be a bit too much. And one thing I like to do whenever I'm putting decimal values is I always like to put the 0 in, because this can easily get confused. So let's do 0. And what I like to do is I like to do 0 0.1. Take a look at that. 0 0.2, 3, 4, and I kind of like to give a range here to see which ones I like better. So, 1's a bit too little. 2 is looking a little bit better. 3 looks good, and then 4. What we're really looking for is these two words here. So keep your eyes on those two words right there. And so if we do 0.1, can't really see it. 0.2, can see a little bit better. And I think 0.3 is the one where you can really see it. And you can even go, 0.25, 0.26, but let's just say it's 0.3. So 0.3 works out quite well. Let's take a look at that here. And yeah, you can see that you can now see the text behind it. And if you really wanted to, you can go and make it 0.34 or 0.33. It's up to you. You can go ahead and play around with that. And when you do CSS, you do tend to play around with logos like that as well. Last item here is if you really wanted to, you could go ahead and you could add this into the header 1 here, and we'd have to change it, but if you like that kind of look around it, like that block look, you can do that too. Some people like it, and we'd have to fiddle around with it more to make it look really good. But I think that's it. This concludes the tutorial.